those who monitor these activities and those who are supposed to go into the banks and say, this is a very clear red flag that you did not red flag. Those systems are being dismantled. So how do we expect this to get any better? It's not going to get any better because the most robust system in the world is or was in the United States, and that's being dismantled and on every level.
The opinions of the guests and host are their own and do not represent the opinions of Ironclad, the Border Patrol, or the Department of Homeland Security.
Welcome to Borderland Narcosis, an Ironclad original, presented by First Form. Don't forget to check out some of the supplements that First Form offers. Go to firstform.com/Borderland. All right, our next guest. I'm excited for this because it was a great conversation with our old friend, Steven Dudley, who is a great journalist for Insight Crime. He talks about some stuff about money laundering that is very new information for me, and I think it's going to be some interesting information for you. Let's go check it out. Well, Steve, welcome back. Welcome back to Borderland. This is now Narcosis. We're focusing a lot more on the cartel, a lot more on the drugs, corruption, laundering, all the things, all the good things.
Sure.
Since we've been back, since we've had you, a lot of things have happened in the United States, Mexico, especially the new administration, and that's caused a lot of different issues. I'd love to start with what might be some of the changes since we last spoke, or even since the administration, that you have seen and noticed in the criminal landscape in South America.
Yeah, well, let's just say it's still early days. There are a lot of things happening. I don't think let's start at the very, very macro level. I don't think the tariffs are nothing. I don't think the trade wars are nothing. I think that in time we will see the ways in which these impact contraband markets. And what happens is you just have people who don't have access to certain goods, so they're going to try and find access to those, or they're going to try and find things that are cheaper, whether these are the raw materials to make whatever they want to make, or whether it's the final product. This is how contraband works. It is the cheaper product. That's why people go for it. So this is something I think we should expect. That's at the super macro level. When you start getting down to these more maybe 10,000 feet levels, so mid level, you do see movement. One of the things that is the really intended consequence of the way that the Trump administration is approaching this issue of tariffs and other economic issues is they're able to squeeze governments that don't normally react to these criminal operations. And the best example is Mexico. We had a situation whereby, in essence, they squeezed the Mexican government into extraditing, I think it was 29 very high level members, some of them the highest levels, that had not been extradited for years. They were just sitting in Mexican prisons, and then boom, flip a switch, and then all of a sudden they're all, these 29 anyway, are in the U.S., including the two top ex-leaders of the Zetas. And the Zetas is not a small thing. This is a historical, one of the most violent criminal groups we have ever seen in this region. So they have a lot of crimes to account for. I mean, they killed thousands and thousands of people. This morning I happened to be reading a testimony of a former Zeta that he gave in a U.S. courtroom. And he was talking about Zeta 40, this guy named Miguel Treviño, who was one of the guys who was extradited. And he killed thousands and thousands of people. Well, his organization killed thousands. He alone, though, and this was part of the testimony, was involved in hundreds and hundreds of killing. The person asking the questions was saying, did he kill 300? And the guy's like, oh yeah, more than 300. Did he kill 500? Oh yeah, easily 500. This guy alone killed 500.